My thirsty stepsister hit on every man I introduced to the family until I brought home her married boss. I'm Madison, and I need to tell you about the most insane family dinner that ever happened in my life, the one that changed everything. But first, you need to understand what kind of person my stepsister Amber is. Amber moved into our house when I was 16 and she was 18. Our parents got married in this whirlwind romance that honestly felt like a Hallmark movie gone wrong. My dad met her mom Linda at some corporate retreat, and 6 months later, we were all living under the same roof. I tried to be welcoming. I really did. The first week they moved in, I offered to show Amber around town, take her to the good coffee shops, introduce her to some people from school. She looked at me with this smile that didn't quite reach her eyes and said, "That's sweet, but I'm good at making my own friends." I should have seen it then, that edge underneath the surface. The first guy I brought home was Derek. This was 3 months after we all moved in together. Derek was this sweet guy from my chemistry class who helped me study for finals. We weren't even dating. He was just coming over to work on a group project. I remember being nervous. I wanted my new family to like him. I wanted everything to go smoothly. Amber came downstairs wearing the shortest shorts I've ever seen and a tank top that left nothing to the imagination. She sat right between us on the couch, started asking Derek all these questions about himself, touching his arm, laughing way too loud at everything he said. "So Derek, do you have a girlfriend?" she asked, looking right at me when she said it. No, Derek stammered. He was blushing. "Really? A guy like you? I find that hard to believe." She leaned closer to him. "What kind of girl are you into?" I sat there frozen, not knowing what to do, not wanting to cause a scene in front of my new stepmom and dad who were in the kitchen. Derek never texted me again after that day. When I asked him about the project at school, he said he'd switched groups. He could barely look at me. I thought it was a coincidence, that maybe he just wasn't that into me. Then there was Marcus. I met him at a coffee shop where I worked part-time during college. He was a regular customer and we'd been flirting for weeks. He'd come in every morning, order the same black coffee, and we'd chat for a few minutes. He asked me out 3 times before I finally said yes. We went on 4 dates, real dates, movies, dinner, a walk by the lake where he held my hand. I thought maybe this was going somewhere. I finally invited him over for dinner to meet my family. I was excited, nervous. I spent an hour getting ready. Amber showed up in a dress at a casual family dinner, a tight black dress with heels. She'd curled her hair, put on makeup that made her look like she was going to a club. "Wow," my dad said. "Where are you headed tonight?" "Nowhere," Amber said sweetly. I just felt like dressing up. She spent the entire meal leaning forward, asking Marcus about his job, his hobbies, his relationship history. Every time I tried to contribute to the conversation, she'd talk over me or redirect his attention. "Madison never mentioned how funny you are," she said at one point. "Madison never mentioned how beautiful her sister is," Marcus replied. My dad and Linda didn't say anything. They just smiled like this was normal sisterly behavior, like I should be proud that Amber found my boyfriend attractive. Marcus asked for Amber's number before he left. Right in front of me. She gave it to him. He texted her that night. I know because I saw the notification pop up on her phone when we were watching TV later. She didn't even try to hide it. That's when I realized this wasn't a coincidence. This was a pattern. Over the next 4 years, it happened again and again. There was Tyler, a guy from my economics